It's 12 o'clock.
We're live.
12 o'clock. Good afternoon and welcome. Thank you all for tuning in to the Pistahan Livestream show.
And we are your hosts. My name is and I am joined here with
JR Totan. It's great to be here today, August 12th, Saturday, right here in San Francisco for the 30th anniversary of Pistahan.
And this year is a very special one because it is the 30th anniversary milestone.
Definitely is 30 years. I remember I first came here back in the mid-90s, probably when it first all started with your live stream host last year, Asia Ragasa. I believe her father, mom, and dad helped started at Alvarez, the president. And it's great to be back. I was kind of like on hiatus for a few years, but this being the 30th anniversary, I reached out and said, can I be part of the 30th anniversary? They said, yes, you can be part of our live stream show. So thank you very much, Pistahan, for inviting me. And it's great to be here hosting the lady Raquel Basso.
But really quick, we would love to have a video introducing and welcoming all of you by
Hello and mabuhay! Welcome to the 30th Annual Pistahan Parade and Festival. My name is Al Perez. I'm the president of the Filipino American Arts Exposition. This year, we're celebrating our 30th Annual Pistahan, and our theme is celebrating our legacy and empowering our future. Thank you so much for joining us. The Pistahan is an all-volunteer organization. This is a labor of love for us, and we're just really passionate about sharing our Filipino culture and cuisine with all of you around the world, wherever you are. Thank you for joining us, and I hope that you enjoy the Pistahan.
Pistahan was founded as a Filipino American Arts Exhibition in 1994 after more than 4,000 Filipino families were displaced to accommodate the redevelopment of the Moscone Convention Center and the Yerba Buena Gardens complex.
So the mission of Pistahan is to broaden awareness and deepen the understanding of Filipino heritage and traditions, spark cultural pride, and foster community empowerment. As we engage our cultural preservation and integration.
What does Pistahan does for the community?
I mean, for me, as a Filipino American, it is so much closer to my home, to my history, and as someone who has that American career, kind of feels like a little pull to that, this is the Philippines.
It does. We do a lot of modeling. We're the beauty queen here, Miss Hawaii International 2019, Miss Bay Area USA 2022. Raquel Basso. And for myself, I've seen a lot of people getting involved here in the community, from young to old, from all walks of life. I'm a doctor, a lawyer, engineer. Everybody's helping out with Pistahan and helping our seniors that live out here in Soma, Philippines.
Should we introduce our next guest?
I think, yeah, we've got a sponsor video on deck. You got that queued up, Paul? Sponsor videos on deck. Wait, no, not yet. Don't move. We're switching over to sponsor one. And go. JR, exit stage right. Let's get Jeanette.
The San Francisco Pistahan 2023 Parade and Festival is brought to you by I Want TFC, Mix, GMA Pinoy TV, GMA Live TV, GMA News TV, Yerba Buena Gardens Conservancy, Yerba Buena Center for the Arts, and the Yerba Buena Gardens Festival San Francisco. The San Francisco Pistahan 2023 Parade and Festival Livestream.
Next, we have Melanie Hamel, who is our this year's acknowledgment. She has 13 years of political and government experience between her Polish women in politics. If you guys know, she also has worked with filmmakers. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. This has already been a wonderful day.
So, what does it mean to you that you were chosen to be this year's acknowledgment?
Oh my gosh, you have no idea how much it meant to be here this year and to be this year's Hermana Mayor, especially during the 30th anniversary. I shared when we opened today that I grew up in Livermore, so 45 minutes down the 580 from here, and there weren't a lot of Filipinos, Pinoys, where I grew up, and so I came back to my culture, my community, a little later in life and college, and so to be here feels like a homecoming. I definitely understand that, right? Also, I'd like to be here. So, awesome. Nice to be here. Yes.
That being said, what are your feelings now, like seeing like all of these people here for this festival and the parade?
The sounds.
Yeah, it means so much. I mean, I think I come from a political background. I come from a place where I was working for representation in government, especially women and Filipino women. And so to make sure that folks know that our community and know that we're here and we're not going away, that we are leaders and we have places to stand up for what's right and what we believe in, I think is so important.
So, what kind of sparked this journey on to
That's good.
specific
Yeah, I'm cutting back and forth.
within politics?
Yeah, I think that one of my inspirations
Just
is
leave
my
three answers,
grandfather,
three left.
who I actually never met. He got a law degree in Manila and came here, and then I learned from my dad and aunts and uncles that he would fight every step of the way whenever he faced discrimination. He wasn't allowed to buy a house on a certain side of the street. He served for the United States during World War II, but he was a cook. And so just to understand the struggles that my grandparents went through to give us the life that we have now, I wanted to be in a place to give Filipinas and others voices in politics where we can make a difference.
It's so beautiful. Okay, we just have the fan.
Oh my gosh, thank you for asking. Yes, it was amazing.
First Vice President woman of the United States, and I'll tell y'all, she's the real deal. And I say that I worked in politics for a long time. How you know someone really cares is when they talk about helping the community with no one else around but you.
When they say, let's do this for our constituents, let's make sure this happens, but no cameras and no one else is around, that's when you know they really care. And I Of course, today I have a firm called Authentic Consulting. I believe so much in leading from a place of authenticity and bringing all of who we are into every place that we do that. So today I thought of my grandparents, all four of them, they're no longer with us, but knowing where my families come from and knowing that every time I show up, I want to bring my full self, my family, those sacrifices, to make sure that I can do what I can for our community.
I think that's one of the things that I'm very grateful for our generation, that we're able to push these stories and live on their legacy. Which is great because this is, that's what we're celebrating for the 30 years of the staff.
Yes, I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. We have a little bit more time here. Thank you so much for coming on and spending time with us at the Pistahan. And we'll see you.
Wonderful. Mabuhay. Salamat po.
Next we have Jeanette Alvarado. She is literally history in the making, and this year she is our Grand Marshal. Hi, thank you so much for joining us.
For having me. Good afternoon.
in San Francisco. So I'm thrilled. I mean, I could just burst. So I feel so blessed to be among all of you today.
Well, we're super glad to have you here. So you said you were born and raised in the Bay and San Francisco. Tell us a little bit about what it's like to be a Filipino here and Buena, celebrate 30 years of Pistahan. So what's your
30 years. You'll hear after from me and Monarch, who's the international the legacy piece of this festival, which we have for 30 years. I can't remember on the third or fourth, because literally the little patch of grass around 18 from the corner of my eye, beautiful St. Patrick's Church, which is today the only church in San Francisco that hosts a Filipino Tagalog mass. And how does it feel? It feels incredible. I've only said this once ever in my life. When my father's work was celebrated, we toured around actually with the Smithsonian Institution Institute. I could just close my eyes and die right now because this was such an impactful piece of the legacy of the city and that one generation that Natalie had touched on. It touches my heart very deeply. I love this place. This is my home. All the sweat and tears in all the different neighborhoods here, you could feel the spirit of everything this area. So I could just close my eyes and die. I feel very blessed. And the highlight of this was the Santana that we took in the motorcade cars. And all my family came up here from San Francisco as well. 40 years past, and we're here today to celebrate with this city and this community and the Filipinos worldwide in every corner of the world.
Well, they're sitting here watching us right now. Hello, everyone. So, how many times have you actually been to Pistahan?
Come on. That's kind of a loaded question. So, as many times as I can make it out here, except for the COVID years, and intermittently, because you know my career is starting to blossom, but I never miss to come at least on a Sunday to get my one T-shirt with the flag and my team go on.
Do you know how to make it?
Absolutely not.
So what do you think has been the most impactful thing about Pistahan in your life?
Well, like I said, I came out here, I just started the Water Project, which, you know, if you go to www.thehourwaterproject.com, and it will tell you the history of what that Pistahan kind of the backdrop of what my inspiration is for doing this work as cultural activist to move everything forward. So, yeah.
It's actually, your display is at Stanford, right?
Correct. So if you want to also see the archive, it's the only archive in the whole entire nation, and it's accessible from the Filipino American artists of this generation, and we documented this city, different Bay Area neighborhoods throughout California. So it's quite a joy to be here today to live his American dream for all of us.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Keep coming back.
Next, we will have Louisa. Did I drop it? Next, we'll have Louisa, and she is one of our travelers from Pistahan. Thank you so much for joining. I'll be with us today.
Thank you very much for inviting me over. And please excuse my sunglasses. I just had my eye surgery cataract, so it's too bright for me.
You know, I thought it was a fashion statement. I wouldn't have never known.
Thank you. But I'm so honored and pleased to be here. Really, this is a big day, a special occasion to celebrate our 30th Annual Pistahan organization.
So being one of the founders of Pistahan, what are you feeling right now at being made it to the 30th anniversary?
Yes, I would like to say that, I'm really feeling so proud that one day when 5 of us who met together, 5 core people, and I named them, and we sat down, we thought about our great plans, what can happen, and why do we want to do this, but because of the common goal that we have, we wanted to be proud of our Filipino heritage and our arts and our love for our culture. So we said, why don't we, think of a big project that can be long-lasting and lasting.
Well, it's ginormous. I remember coming to my first Pistahan in 2014, and it has grown exponentially like every year. Even though we, experienced COVID and we did a live stream, it's still alive and well. This community is still so strong. Thanks to you and everyone who took us on.
Yes. That's the easiest part when you're a founder. You think of a plan, you have an idea of what you want to happen, but then later on you find out it's a struggle, it's a lot of hard work, and you need to really be committed. So yes, we really finally made it, but then after a while it was fun to also let go of the baton. Because they're doing their work, the hard work now. We have to look to the future.
So to continue the legacy that you and others had when you started Pistahan, what would you tell the younger generation to keep at what you started?
I would really like to see that the younger generation revive our language. The language, being a Filipino language teacher, I really love to see these young people who are struggling sometimes to talk Filipino. And of course, it's always better to learn the languages. It helps.
So, ano yung parang yung advice mo sa mga tao there? My Tagalog is very hit or miss.
Okay, so that's fine. As long as you know it, you have self-awareness, and then you kind of deepen your understanding why you want to do it. And I think that the first thing that you have to remember is to be really proud of your culture and your heritage.
Proud Filipino.
Proud Filipino, yes.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It really is an honor to meet you. Thank you for everything you've done on behalf of the family.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
So I, for one, am so grateful to have actually stumbled upon it on a day and found there was this whole festival full of Filipinos, and I was like, how did I miss this?
It's amazing. Well, thank our special guest speakers for this segment, Melanie, Ramil, Janet Alvarado, and Luisa, one of the founders of Pistahan. So again, thank you for stopping by and talking to us. So I guess right now we're going to talk about some Pistahan family moments. Just relates to you, your family, my family.
I mean, I think for me, like I kind of said earlier, being a Filipino in Edinburgh with a lot of Filipinos, so, it really does come into the scene and be able to understand a little bit more about our culture and feeling a little less alone in some ways. How about for yourself?
Well, I grew up in Borough Heights in San Francisco, and a lot of my friends were Caucasian, and I almost forgot I was Filipino. A lot of people told me I was a coconut. Brown on the outside, white on the inside, but, when I told friends, Filipino, born in San Francisco, the old Letterman Embassy, the first thing they asked me was, is your mom Nick? That's the most common food.
There is quite a bit of good food here at Pistahan today. I'm not sure which one I want to start the first after.
Well, we got senior citizens here, right? Their trucks out here?
So, I heard a little bit earlier that you have been to Pistahan many times. What has been your favorite event so far?
Me thus far, or over the years? The first time I was here was probably back in the mid-90s. 1997, when Gabby was 26 now. That was the year I am seeing on the main stage. We had Sharon Panetta, Mayor Brown was the mayor back then. Lynette and Victoria, Filipino singers from the Philippines here. So we had a lot of musicians that showed up back then. It was a lot more people show up now. Back then, probably only like a couple hundred people, but now we're into the thousands.
It feels so nice to see how great the turnout is this year. And in the past, I feel like Pistahan just continues to grow every year, and the community keeps building. And I think it's so important, especially for a lot of Filipino Americans, to feel connected and understand the history of the U.S.
That's true. Yeah, you learn a lot. You learn a lot by coming out to the Pistahan. Well, I guess at this time right now, we have a special shout out video from the pride of the Philippines himself. I gotta be one of the greatest sponsors of all time, a future Hall of Famer. Please welcome Senator Manny Pacquiao.
The fighting pride of the Philippines, Manny Pacquiao!
Hello everyone, Pistahan Parade and Festival to 2023. Kumusta sa lahat ng mga sa lahat-lahat ng mga Pilipinos pagtutok sa Pistahan Parade at Festival Livestream show ngayong taon. Mula sa Pilipinas, ako po si Manny Pacquiao at mahal po kayong lahat. God bless and salamat sa inyong lahat. Stay safe.
We're still waiting for our next guest speaker. So right now, let's talk a little bit more about the Pistahan. Past events, speakers, headliners. When did you first start coming to Pistahan?
When I first came to Stockholm in 2014,
It's a real welcoming feeling when you come to Pistahan. Just like we're going to talk about that later, about the Filipino culture and how everyone's family. My father in Honolulu, she's always connected with her friends here in the church. She always goes over there. Everybody's a cousin in Hawaii, auntie, uncle, Hawaii.
I feel like it's kind of like that out here too.
Like our director Lo, she's from the Kalihi neighborhood, Hawaii. She just wanted to say it. So, but anyway, it's great for all of you watching us. So, wherever you are, please send us a little comment. Where are you watching from? Are you abroad? Are you in the Philippines? Manila? Some are in the Philippines. Some might be in Dubai.
Do you actually know the time difference right now in the Philippines?
15 hours ahead. 15 hours ahead. So, what time? It's about 3 in the morning. So if you're watching us,
I'm gonna adjust it one to be at 30th anniversary.
We have quite the lineup this year of performers, talent, people that you I'm so excited.
It's exciting. I first found out that the first week together, found out about it 2 weeks ago. Kind of like went on a little diet, intermittent fasting, because you know how you're on camera. Had to shed a few calories. So I guess we're next up on our next special guest. Okay, the Innovation Pavilion is about celebrating the success and contribution of Filipinos in a wide variety of industries, such as entertainment, tech, the arts, and much more. Our guest today is Fatima Yusuf Wright, the Innovation Pavilion co-chair and a Pistahan legacy in her own right. Welcome, Fatima, to the Pistahan Livestream. Well, you know, I gotta tell you, Fatima, we MC years ago for Pistahan.
Yes.
Can I say it? Fiesta Filipina.
Fiesta Filipina,
Daily City,
Pista sa ngayon, and of course, Yerba, Pistahan. Yeah. I've been very lucky in my journey with Pistahan because I actually started singing at Pistahan the first year that Pistahan started, and a couple years after that I was given a legacy award as well back then for my work in philanthropy and arts and entertainment. So I've been very lucky that the community has giving me a space that allows for me to grow and shine, and also create a space for our youth to learn from our elders, our ates, kuyas, manams, and manangs, to be able to learn about the enrichment of our history, our culture and heritage, but also learn about themselves and how they can be what they want to be and not feel that they're being deprived of their opportunities as well. So it's really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a long time. I tell you, when you come to the Pistahan, I mean, this is off the cue card. It's like a family reunion. It's like relate to cue cards here. Talk about family, mama. I've seen Fatima after 14 years?
14, 15 years. I had my kids while volunteering, well, not literally had my kids at this time, but my kids are now 17 and 15, and they're part of the Pistahan generation.
Right.
The last time I MC was that? It was with then Mayor Lucy.
Yes.
I did the same TV
How's that?
segment. Best Tasty of Bobo.
I remember that.
Was that 2012?
That was 2012. Yeah, it was 2012.
That was the last time I was here at Pistahan.
Yeah.
It's kind of like on hiatus for the past 11 years.
Well, you never leave Pistahan. You just take a long break. It's okay.
But I'm really excited to be here to talk about how the Innovation Pavilion has really gone above and beyond and really challenged
phones, TV, movies, and music, but they don't realize that innovation comes in all different shapes, sizes, and forms. So we're challenging that this year like we did last year, where in the Innovation Pavilion, we are having 6 amazing panel discussions that span different topics that show how our Filipino community and our AAP community is really making an impact. The first one is actually today. We're doing a innovation in DEI and identity panel, where we have leaders in our community from YFPA, from Cool Arts, from different movies and music, and even from the actual DEI
our space to talk about how we find it important for people to understand why it's important for us to say we are Filipino, we are Pakistani, we're Chinese, Japanese, Korean, because numbers matter.
Right.
Data analytics matter. And it gives us a chance to show 26% of the Filipino community lands here in the Bay Area in itself, and that we can make a difference if we come together and dialogue about our stories, our struggle, and our community in a positive and empowering light.
Wow, that's awesome. Fatima.
The other panels tomorrow, I'm super excited about. We're going to be talking about innovation in AI. I know AI is really scary when you hear about it because you're like, what is AI? Artificial intelligence? Are they going to take our jobs?
You think robots?
Yeah, but this is how we talk about how it's actually cultivating our community by creating language gaps, filling the language gaps, giving educational opportunities, and actually making our lives and our jobs even easier through the implementations of these different technologies. And then we're talking about innovation in media and entertainment, where we have Ruby Ibarra, Patricio Ginelsa, you have Christina Luna, and even Brian Pangilinan, who are talking about how they have impacted our community by being people of color in a very black and white entertainment industry. And then we also have innovation in hip hop. Did you know that it's the 50th anniversary of hip hop this year?
Rapper's Delight?
Yes. Rapper's Delight came out 50 years ago. Yeah. And if it wasn't for hip hop, we wouldn't have seen it go even higher because of Filipinos in hip hop. We have leaders like DJ Qbert. You have Apple Diap. You have Ruby Ibarra. And you have DJ Streak. changing the narrative and really making a dynamic and importance on why music is the way it is because of our impact. And then my favorite panel, I'm sorry I'm biased, but we're going to have an innovation in Pinay entrepreneurialism, where we're going to have Pinay leaders sharing their story on how they decided to change the narrative and take innovation in their hands and make their own profitable businesses from their passions and their ideas. And the last one, which I'm super excited about, is innovation in health and alternative medicine. And we're going to actually do a deep dive into understanding how the holistic view of health is so different in the Philippines, and how we have brought that to modern medicine and be able to change the narrative and bridge that gap about technology, medicine, and health and healing in these especially during these times.
Man, Fatima, you're so passionate about this pavilion. You pretty much answered all the questions.
Yeah.
On the cue card.
I felt
You made my job a lot easier.
JR, you know how I do it.
That was good, Fatima. Whoa. Well, let's get serious though. You've been volunteering for Pistahan for a long time now.
Yeah.
So what makes you want to volunteer every single year?
You know what? It's exactly like what you said earlier. It feels like a family. And even though you're tired, you're sweating from all the heat, you're getting sunburned, and mistakes happen all the time, you always feel joy when you walk into this space, and knowing that there's always someone there to pick you up and help you no matter what, and cultivate your passions and inspirations that you want to do. And also, it's hard as a Filipino American being here in the Bay Area, because you kind of are put into this melting pot, but you've been so accepted because we have such a high population of Filipinos here. You forget about your history and heritage until you come into these spaces with your moms, dads, aunties, uncles, cousins, and it's almost like that extended family sharing their story with you. It inspires you more to do more and be better.
Well,
yeah.
A lot of the people here know that you're half Pakistani and half Filipino. Your dad, Mohammed's Pakistani.
Yes,
Your mom's Filipino.
I'm super proud of being Pakistani and Filipino. I get to have kare literally.
Please say hi to your mom and dad later. I haven't seen your mom and dad in years.
Oh yeah, well my parents actually come every year to Pistahan, and I'm glad that they're going to be here again.
Well, tell me when they're here. I got to say hi to your dad.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And you know, honestly, what I'm really excited about, the fact that my husband, my kids get to volunteer as well, so they get to share in the stress with me all day, every day.
See, it's a family thing here.
So come and volunteer next year for Pistahan.
We got like the Ragasa Asia, the live stream host last year, and she's also helping out this year.
Yeah.
Her parents were one of the originals that helped out.
Yeah.
I probably met them. I just forgot who they were.
Oh yeah, it's been a very wonderful blessing to be part of such a impactful history in our community.
Yeah. Same goes for like Eugene Labadia. Who's
Yes,
been with Pistahan
OG.
for a long time, and his daughter. His daughter helps out.
Yes.
So it's like a family thing.
We're very lucky.
Generations going from mom, dad, Lola.
Yeah, well, if you have time, come up, check out the Innovation Pavilion. I do want to say it's the most air-conditioned space. So if you're hot, you need a break, definitely come here. And at 2 o'clock, we're going to have one of my favorite things that happens at the Innovation Pavilion that we launched last year. We're going to have the Halo Halo mixer.
Ooh.
So there's going to be free food, drinks, games. There's going to be a 360 photo booth, and there's also going to be a DJ playing music. We're relaunching the Bayanihan stage, where you're going to see performances from our community. And because it is a Halo Halo mixer of networking, there's going to be Halo Halo.
So is this all you can eat, a Halo Halo? Or
Maybe. I don't know if you want to eat a lot of Halo Halo. It's kind of heavy, but it's delicious.
Get that brain freeze.
You're gonna be like, oh. Just put the tongue on.
Well, Fatima, I gotta ask you another question though.
Sure.
For those that haven't volunteered before or are thinking about it, what would you say to them?
Do it. Do it now. You learn a lot from your community, and you learn a lot about yourself. I want to say, being a volunteer, I learned so many skills. And if you want to learn something new by being in part of Pistahan and the Filipino Arts American Arts Exposition, you get a chance to try everything. You could do social media, you could do innovation, you could do entertainment, you can learn about art, culinary, you learn about operations, event planning, logistics. So it's actually a great stepping stone to find what you're interested in and run with it.
You can tell everybody the innovation pavilion's right here in the YMCA.
Yes, we are located here on the first and second floor, of course, with Livestream. Thank you all. You guys are doing an amazing job. All of the posts that they're putting, sharing about the festival. So even if you feel disconnected not being here, you feel connected because we get to share all of these amazing opportunities while we're here. So it's really great.
Well, from social media, we're going to be talking to Katie.
I love her. She's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Her and Kikani did a phenomenal job last year with social media, and they've done it once again this year. So I'm super excited about that.
Kikani, that's Eugene's daughter, right?
Pardon?
Kikani's Eugene Lapani's.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's a legacy baby, and my kids are legacy babies.
Yeah.
See, you can have a legacy baby here.
Yeah.
I met my ex-husband at Pistahan.
I didn't want to. I was going to ask you about that off camera.
Yes.
I hope he's doing well.
Oh, he's doing well. He's doing well.
Yeah. Well, I remember he was the one to text when I first started out. He was like holding the cue cards for me. Like,
I know. And see,
what was coming up? Who was going on
I
stage?
remember. I know. They were holding the cue cards for Guia to be like, okay, next act is TFC.
We had fun emceeing.
Oh, it was super fun.
Jaws and Enriquez, right?
Oh, yeah. I think my favorite performer was watching Inigo Pascal, actually. Watching him do the Hil Sayo. That was fun a couple of years ago.
Well,
that was nice.
All the stars that have been here. I met Martin
Viola
Navarro.
Pascual was here.
I missed him, but Martin Navarro was always here when I was here. Martin Navarro.
Yeah.
Miss Universe from Hawaii was here.
Yes, that's a lot.
Year, so it's been a while, but I mean, what stands out was 1997. That was
1997 was.
That's when my daughter Gabby was born, and
that was the year. I remember when your daughter
gave birth.
Yeah,
I had that picture with the mega
You were emceeing and you had to run to the hospital.
Sharon Cuneta, I remember she said, cute nung, baby mo. So I will never forget those lines, man.
Oh, yeah.
The Mayor Brown was the Mayor
Yes,
Brown.
And then we also had Mayor Edley here, rest in peace. He was also here for all of the wonderful things. Yeah.
I miss Edley. Yeah.
And then we had a lot of famous athletes. I think you're going to have some famous...
Is it the wide receiver?
Legends.
Bynum, right?
Yeah.
He's half Filipino. Yeah, he's a proud,
and then
guy.
I think Tim Lincecum was here one year too.
Tim was here?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
No,
I missed him. From the
I don't know.
Giants?
I might be lying. Don't believe me.
And the Giants are one of our sponsors, by the way.
Yes, thank you to the Giants.
Thank you
so
to
much.
the Giants. In fact, they're playing today against Bruce Bochy, our old manager.
Ooh,
Texas Rangers.
I like
Go
that.
Giants.
Go Giants. I love it. I know, black and orange.
I don't still want to wear the hat. The rumor was teasing me.
I love
Maybe I'll
it.
take the hat
I'm not
off.
gonna lie though. I love the Giants, but I also love me some Warriors. The Warriors are my favorite. I love basketball because it's fast paced. You just see it running back and forth. You're like, you can't miss it. Yeah.
Speaking of the Warriors, one of our hosts coming up. Oh, he's on the main stage, but he's gonna come chit chat with the lovely Raquel Bosco in a few minutes. Franco's going to be in the house.
Mr.
Franco, the hype man for the Golden State Warriors.
I love Franco.
Yeah.
Franco is with the Warriors, but he's also Alaska Airlines as well as the hype man for there too as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for him.
He's done an amazing job
I
for
haven't
that.
seen Franco in a while. I haven't talked to him in a while. I mean, last time we hosted Fiesta Filipina.
Yeah.
I keep on asking, so can you say Fiesta Filipina?
Yes, it's okay. That's fine. Fiesta Filipina is Civic Center, so it's not here.
Yeah, I emceed before him, then I introduced him. That's when he was known as Freestyle Franco.
Yes.
At Disney Radio. Remember you, Franco?
Yes. Thank you so much.
But I guess we can.
Well, I'm super excited. Are you ready for all the things? I know that.
It was like.
Is that who I think it is? It's
Franco.
Freestyle Franco. We were just talking about what the heck. It's so cool. Actually, I've known Franco since high school.
Wow.
But we're rivals.
I haven't seen Franco
You want to
in a long
sit down
time,
with
man.
me?
Franco's a big star now. Shoot, I go to the Warriors game. I want to go say hi to him, but they won't let me go downstairs.
Franco actually went to Sacred Heart. I went to SI. So we're super duper rivals. I'm a cherry. I'm a cherry.
So I guess we're done talking to Fatima.
Yes.
Okay, now we're going to another word from our sponsor.
Another word from our sponsor. Thank you so much.
The San Francisco Pistahan 2023 Parade and Festival is brought to you by Kaiser Permanente, Ramar Foods International, Alaska Airlines, Soma Pilipinas, Wells Fargo, Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and Philippine Airlines. The San Francisco Pistahan 2023 Parade and Festival live stream.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I am joined here with Franco Finn, who has actually worked with the Golden State Warriors for 21 seasons.
Yes, I cannot believe 21 years. Dub Nation, you're watching. Dub Nation, we're around the world. I love it.
Well, thank you for taking a quick break from the main stage to join us here today.
Thank you.
As we all know, you are the Golden State Warriors hype man.
Yes.
But I hear that you've been working on some brain health research awareness through UCSF. What's going on with that?
Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of different things, obviously Warriors and Alaska Airlines and all that good stuff, but I'm very proud about this. I've partnered with UCSF because I really want to bring awareness to not only the Filipino community, but the AAPI community. You know what, as we get older, we're all going to get older at some point, and memory loss, even as young as you, there's times that we lose our memory, and some of us have family members that have Alzheimer's, things like that. So it's important, especially as my mom gets older, my family, my titas and everybody gets older, to get your memory checked. So UCSF is doing this brain health registry. So make sure, sign up, go to memorystudy.org, and there's a little fun memory test. It's kind of cool to test how good your memory is, because how many times have you forgotten your keys, or where's my shoes? Where did I put my briefcase?
Oh, I do that all the time.
All the time.
Terrible.
And you imagine, you just want to test and make sure, especially in our community, that, hey, look, we gotta just get tested. Test. It doesn't matter how old you are, 18 and up, but especially 55 and up, 55 to 90, that is prime age group to really get your memory checked. So memorystudy.org. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, of course. Do you do anything to kind of help or train your memory? Because
as
a performer, as a spokesperson, you're always having to memorize things so quickly.
Yes, that's a good question. Sleep. Number one is probably the best thing to do.
So 6 hours, 8 hours, what are we saying?
Six on a good day. How many do you sleep? Come on.
Oh, I can't function without 8.
Oh,
I'm
you're
one
an
of those
8
people.
sleep?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
girl, high five.
As an actor, I can't function well without it.
You see, but that is amazing that you have the discipline, just like working out, sleeping. It really does affect how you are, right? And I don't want to rely on coffee or energy drinks or anything like that. I'm a hype man, yes. I'm naturally excitable.
Well, that's awesome that you are so open about talking about that type of self-care and
Yes.
checking in on yourself. That is so important, especially, reminding the community and normalizing doing that. That's amazing.
Yes. And it's really important. And you know what's great at our community, we respond to things, we care about our lolas, our lolos, our titas, our titos, we got to watch out for each other, and you know, we're going to get old at some point, and we got to just check it. But it's been amazing to do the things that I've been doing. I've been traveling a lot. You know, the Warrior season is around the corner. So Warriors, you ready? Ready for another championship? Are you ready for another championship?
Oh, I'm so ready. I am a huge Warriors fan. I like almost am embarrassed when I watch games in like public because I'm like so
Are you the loud
overly-
one that's like throwing things? Come on,
I'm like slightly
Draymond.
embarrassed, but you know, like Filipinos, we can be loud sometimes.
Oh yes, and we love our basketball.
Oh, yes.
And I got to tell you, I'm announcing this. I haven't told anyone yet, but I am going to be the official hype man for the FIBA World Cup in the Philippines. Yes, so I'm announcing it right here on the live stream. So I'm the first and only Filipino AAPI host in the NBA. But now I get to do it back to the motherland in the Philippines where the championships are going to be. So they're actually making a big stage in the PI. I cannot wait. Mall of Asia Arena, August 25th to September 10th.
Well,
Isn't that pretty
will
cool?
definitely be supporting you here at home, and you know, just your presence there is such a huge impact to so many people within our community, and reminding people that it is possible.
Yes, and you know what's great is like there's folks that look like you and I that could be hosts. They could be hype man, hype women. They could be PA announcers. They don't have to just be the Steph Curry basketball superstar, which is great. We're going to have more Filipinos in the NBA. I could see it now. I could see it now. And it's amazing. We love basketball, especially in the Philippines. But now, like, I'm going to bring the host and the hype and the energy. Like, I want to see more of us on these major NBA, soccer, baseball, football arenas around the country and the world, that we're hosts, we're personalities, we're actresses, actors. So I've been doing it a long time, so let's get the next generation. So that's what I'm excited to be an ambassador and to promote that, especially in the Philippines.
So you've always been a big voice within the Filipino community. And with that being said, what drives you to play this role within this community?
You know, it's like I'm true Pinoy. Like, you know, I grew up at home with my, you know, Lola, Lolo, my mom, and my aunts and everything. Like, the heritage. I'm proud to be Filipino and Filipino American at that. Born here, but I'm just as Filipino as the next person, and I appreciate my culture. You know, I like 0 to 5 before I even went to school. That was all I surrounded with. I heard Tagalog at home and English and all that. But what I love the most is I love our work ethic. I think Filipinos are one of the hardest working people on the planet. Why? I know Joe Coy jokes around about nurses and doctors and all these people working in hotels, hospitality, because guess what? We are the hardest workers, and we care. We're such caring folks. That's why there's a lot in the nursing and medical profession, and I think we give back. We care about our, you know, we're talking about brain health and all that kind of stuff. We care about our family members. Like, you know, like we were looking out. Like, we don't leave the nest completely and say bye. You know, we come back home.
We try to bring them with us if
We
we
bring them-
possibly can.
and our entourage is bigger than anything else. They're like, oh yeah, your family. That's like 30 deep, y'all.
Yeah, it's like all those graduations, like I'm sure your first time being performing, your whole family came out.
Oh, first game, my whole family came out. I think I got a suite in my first game. I'm like, how many people? How many tickets you need? 50. Yeah, I need 50. I got a deep family. I got a lot of cousins and aunties and uncles. So, you know.
I love what you also said about, you know, being Filipino, and I think stuff like going to Pistahan and realizing like, okay, like as a Filipino American, where do I fit in within my culture and my heritage? And then how can I bring my passion and my work to, you know, kind of build upon that and like be a representative here. And I think you've done such an amazing job for our community doing so.
Thank you. And I just want to inspire more people. Like I said, like it really, now, especially in my career, I've been doing this 20 plus years. I want to see more of us like grab the mic, be the hosts, be the hype woman, hype man on an NBA court.
Yes.
More than just me. Like, I want more out there, because the more representation we have, the more people are educated about who Filipinos are. You know, we're very adaptable, and I think that's what I love about you know, being Filipino is we're resilient, but we're adaptable. You know what I mean? Like, when I go out there, you know, I can talk to any audience. Kids, adults, whatever, Asian, non-Asian, doesn't matter. But we're just adaptable. We can talk our way through things, and people are gravitated towards. We're like chameleons in a good way, because, you know, just in our history in the Philippines, right, we've had so many come in and out of there, right? And so I think we've been so adaptable, from our foods to just like hip hop, music. Like we are talented. Why is it the best singers are from Filipino the communities? Right? Come on now. Shout out to Arnel Pineda, Journey. Come on now. That's like a story right there. But think about it. You go there to the Philippines, you're like, is that Journey? No, that's some guy named Arnel that sounds just like Steve Perry. Well, dang it, let's hire this guy. But no, like, aren't we the best singers?
Oh yeah, of course.
And the dancers, come on now.
I mean, I grew up fangirling over Lea Salonga. I can't be
Oh
the
my
only
God,
one.
Lea
Like, come on,
Salonga. Oh
OG.
my God, OG. The first to cross over. The voice of Jasmine's A Whole New World. That's her, dude.
Yeah, and with Here Lies Love having a Filipino musical.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness, I was so excited.
And what's great to see, like the comedy too, like Joe Coy and all that stuff, Joey Gila, shout out to those guys. Like, it's mainstream now. You got folks every background watching comedians, and they know, because they know someone who's Filipino, they know someone who's a nerd, and they could relate. It's hilarious.
And being able to call it out as like a Filipino artist versus like before, I feel like when I was younger in acting, it's like, oh, you're an Asian artist, but being able to like, oh,
Right.
I'm Filipino and I am proud.
Yeah, very
to talk
yeah.
about it.
Because I've gone to numerous auditions where it's like they couldn't put me places. They're like, oh, we want an Asian male to play this, and I'm like, I look in the room, yeah, technically Asian, but I don't look like any of these folks. Now it's like very specific, like Filipino, yes. I remember auditioning for a Filipino McDonald's commercial, and it was like, oh, wait, specific? Like Filipino? He goes, oh yeah, like we're targeting Filipinos. I'm like, yes, because we are pretty huge in population and we have buying power. So advertisers know that, McDonald's and other brands, Nike, come on, like I got Nikes on right here. We have shoe collections. So we are marketable, right? So I'm so proud to see the Filipinos kind of evolve. And Pistahan is a great way to celebrate, not only to our own, but to everyone else out there. So
are you excited for today and tomorrow's lineup?
oh man, I'm excited for Kiana V. Not that Valenciano family. Talk about, we saw singers. How
my
is
gosh.
it the Valenciano clan from Gary V all the way to, they're all talented. I think their dog is talented too.
It's in our blood.
It's in their blood. What I guarantee you, their pets and their dogs sing. Because the Gary V's,
They'll know the
family-
pitch. They'll be singing
They
harmonies
got
all
the
in
whole
there.
thing. I know. But this is so cool. Like, and where you from originally?
I was born in San Francisco, so I've been
What?
in the Bay my whole life. I won't
Yes.
leave. I tried leaving. Nothing else feels like home.
Wow. So this is home for you. This is Pistahan, the largest Filipino festival pretty much on the West Coast in the North Hemisphere here. And you get to be a part of this.
Yes, I love Pistahan and everything that it has brought to my life, the people, the community. I wouldn't be where I am without them. I was
Absolutely.
a pageant girl, so thank you to all the sponsors here today.
Oh, man.
So yeah, how has Pistahan influenced you in your life?
That's a great question because Pistahan actually was one of my first festivals as a youngster
First?
hosting. Yeah, actually, a shout out to Al Perez and the team that have been here since almost day one, pretty much 30 years. And they brought me on board as a young MC, little 20-something-year-old out of college, hype with a lot of energy. I wasn't even with the Warriors yet. That's how far back I go with Pistahan. I was not even with the
Wow.
Warriors.
So what was it like hosting then, and what is it like hosting today?
Oh, that's a great question. And back then, I mean, it's still the same, right? Yerba Buena. I'm seeing more diversity. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I'm looking in the crowd, and it's like non-Filipinos. It's other Asians. It's black, white. It's young. It's old. This is a community celebration, and they know they're going to find good food here. I smelled this probably from the Sunset where I'm from. And I'm like, oh, the parade has started. Oh, it's coming. There's food. Because we're all going to be eating a lot of food
I know.
today.
I think it was like one of the. I took a break before we started and was like, okay, I'm gonna walk around and just see so I know what I want to get after this live stream.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was like, oh, it's gonna be a hard
Okay,
one.
what's your choices? Because I haven't eaten yet. So for those, I'm sorry I'm making you hungry, but we are going to go eat back there.
Oh yeah, you'll see it on social media. I'm sure you'll.
Yes. What's your go-to? What do you like?
Oh, desserts. I go for
you,
desserts.
You go straight to
I
dessert.
go straight to desserts.
You're like, man, I'm just.
But they have senior seasick here, which is like
Okay, all right.
my fave.
So what do you like? Like ube stuff, halo?
Oh, everything.
Really?
Literally everything.
I love
I'm
leche
not scared.
flan.
I'll eat I eat balut. I'm not scared.
Really? Girl, you are true Pinay right there. Balot, is.
Do you eat balut?
Actually, I do. It's like, just think of it as chicken soup.
It's the soup is the best part.
The soup is the best part.
Yes.
Now, when I get to the beak, just don't look. You know, it's a little rubbery.
Just mix it in with your rice. You'll be fine.
That's true. Put a little salt in there. Pepper. You're good to go. Let's have some balut. Is there balut out here today? Let's find it.
Watch someone bring us balut.
I'll be like, oh, yes. No, I love balut, though. It's
so
actually
good.
pretty good. Do you like dinuguan?
Oh, that's the one that I've never tried it.
You never? Okay.
So I feel like.
Well,
do
the
you know
joke,
how,
the
do you
joke
know how
is
to make
running.
it?
Huh?
Do you know how to make it?
I don't know how to make it, but I know how to eat it. That's for sure. But it is chocolate meat, they say, just as it looks brown. It's not chocolate. We all know that. But as kids, they just say, "Try the chocolate meat. It's good. It's good." Okay, you're like, it doesn't taste like chocolate, but it's good, right? I go, yeah, and then you start liking it.
I think, when I think about Filipino food and introducing it to other people, and we talked about diversity, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that, do you think that Filipino food is a great way to bridge our culture to other people who may not
Yes.
know of it yet?
That's a great question because it you know what? Food bridges all, right? I mean, think about it. The first thing we eat, like, oh, I'm hungry, it's dinner time, or it's lunch, or it's breakfast. It's like food. But Filipino is a gateway food. Like, the lumpia is like, I mean, it's our version, right, of the egg roll or the whatever. But I think the lumpia's got an edge over all those. And it's like the entree. It's finger food. It's grab and go. You're like, what's this? It's like, it's got spice. It's a little sweet, the meat, and it's crunchy. It gets you in. And then you move on to, like, pancit. What are the top three that, like, other cultures will finally say, oh yeah, I've had adobo before, which is
I feel like adobo
is up there. Pancit, lumpia for sure.
Yeah, I feel like some people even say caldereta.
Oh, so other folks are kind of caldereta. You know, the one thing that is a different taste bud, and I think only Filipinos really like it because we love that sour stuff is sinigang, right?
Oh,
But I like it sour.
That's my favorite.
Isn't it the bomb? It's
Yeah.
like comfort food, but you have to.
You gotta get the extra tamarind packets.
Oh,
okay?
oh my! So you like yours extra sour then? But, and it's an acquired taste though, because I have folks like my wife. She's not Filipino. She's Dominican, and she's not quite a huge fan of sinigang because that sour that's not in her taste palette. But she's starting to get there. But that's one that I think that once people kind of try it, it's kind of that that sour addicting. You know what I'm saying? It's like salt and vinegar chips. Either you hate it or you love it. And I used to hate it. I'm like, salt and vinegar? Why would you do that? And then all of a sudden...
It's like how people feel about bagoong. They're like, I'm not quite sure. And I'm like, but if you eat it with the right meat...
Oh, you're good.
It's a whole new world.
Yes, it's a whole new world. Dinuguan, it tastes so good. No, I'm just...
Copyrighted, by
Copyrighted. That's the remix. No, I'm just kidding. We're having fun. You're fun to talk to. We need to do more of this, man. I love this.
Aww.
Look at that. Host, so you're a pageant queen.
Yes, very former.
Not very former, no, very former. But now look, you have a platform. See, I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah, platforms are great to speak about your purpose, and stuff like that. I mean, you've done so much work with nonprofit organizations.
Yes.
I saw that you worked with Make-A-Wish, which I love working with them.
Yes.
American Red Cross.
Oh my gosh, I'm an auctioneer, so I've been raising a lot of money doing nonprofit work, but I'm also very involved in the city. San Francisco. I know we're wrapping up here, but I'm proud of this city, what we've done. I'm a film commissioner for San Francisco. I'm on the executive board for the SF Chamber of Commerce, Hotel Council of San Francisco. So I'm really passionate about tourism and people visiting our city, and even more so, promoting Filipino culture at Pistahan. So it's been nice.
Well, we're really grateful to have you be an ambassador for the Bay Area and representing the Filipino community here, and to be our MC here at Pistahan this year.
Thank you so much. I'm ready to eat now. Let's go.
I'll see you out there.
New world. See, you want to bring that little duo? You'd be a good Jasmine. I'll be a good Aladdin, and we'll go on a magic carpet ride.
Okay, I'm a manifest it now for us.
Yes. Karaoke session. We'll see you later. All right, everybody. Thank you. That was good. You're awesome.
The San Francisco Pistahan 2023 Parade and Festival is brought to you by I Want TFC, mix. GMA Pinoy TV. GMA Live TV. GMA News TV. Yerba Buena Gardens Conservancy. Yerba Buena Center for the Arts. And the Yerba Buena Gardens Festival San Francisco. The San Francisco Pistahan 2023 Parade and Festival live stream.
Katie Caceres from the Pistahan social media, and we're going to see what's going on online.
Yeah, so we've got a ton of story tags going on. Our Instagram is blowing up. We're also streaming on Facebook Live, and you're probably watching this from Facebook Live or YouTube or Kumu, so that's exciting as well. Keep the comments pouring in. We love to see.
Katie, discuss the importance of social media and the reach it has with the communities.
Yeah, so fun fact, I actually started out in the information booth, so I was disseminating information in real time, but when the pandemic happened, Pistahan turned online, so the only way we could connect with each other was digitally. So I moved to social media, and it's been a really great source of community and comfort for both myself and I feel like for other people, both the people working on Pistahan and the people who watched. It's a way of connection in a way that people who are separated by time in different time zones and space might have not met otherwise.
And that was, you started doing this in what, 2020, 2021 during the pandemic?
Yes.
Okay, good. And tell me about what's the hardest part about your job doing the social media?
Ooh. So I'm an environmental management major, and my co-lead is a psych major. So everything we've learned about social media, we've learned on the fly. So that's hard. But what the hardest part, I think, is keeping up with all the messages. We love talking to people, and I'd love to have conversations in the DMs, but I woke up this morning to 40 messages, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do with myself. So I think that was the hardest part, not being able to engage as fully as I wished to.
Were these all from our folks from watching Livestream?
I imagine some of them were, but a lot of them were from festival goers who were saying like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, I'm gonna come with my kids today, or show up and watch the festival, or even vendors saying, hey, I've got a booth out today, come check out my jewelry or my ceramics, and everybody's so excited, and I want to reflect that excitement back at them.
Yeah, my daughter just texted me a little earlier before we went on the air around 12 o'clock from Honolulu, and she was wondering, Dad, how come, I thought you said it starts at 12. Well, and it says 12:15 now. I said, well, it was a little slight delay, but we're on live now, right at 12:15. So we're here at Pistahan. And another question about your job here, Katie. What's the easiest part of your job?
The easiest part of the job? Ooh. I'd say the day of the festival. Today, I get to run around with my phone, and I get to talk to people, and I get to take pictures, and I love taking photos. I'm by no means a photographer or a professional, but I love documenting everybody smiling and dancing, and yeah, it's great.
That's good. You got to be one of the youngest volunteers here. I like when I talked with Raquel. It's all about family here. Did your mom and dad, were they volunteers here in the beginning?
No, actually, I got pulled in by my co-lead, Connie. Her dad is one of the founders of Pistahan. So she was like, Katie, you're Filipino, I'm Filipino, you want to come to Pistahan with me? And I was like, of course. So here I am.
Oh, would that happen to be Oscar Penaranda?
It's Eugene Labadia.
Oh, Eugene. Okay, Eugene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I worked with Eugene when I first started here. When I first started, I guess back in the late 90s.
Wow.
Eugene was like getting the stage ready, and now he's like the stage director. But yeah, it was a pleasure working with Eugene back in those years, but now he's directing the whole stage.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. So where can people find more information for Pistahan and how to reach out and get involved?
Okay, so if you're looking for information about the festival, pistahan.net is your best bet. There's a hamburger menu on the side, and that has a ton of very useful links. Our social media, of course, is a great way to see things in like pretty graphics. We were recently assigned a graphic designer this year, which is a new thing, so we were very excited. If you've seen any particularly pretty posts, attribute that to Neil. And if you want to get involved, you can for next year, you can go to pistahan.net. We rehaul the site in the summer, and there should be a Google form that you can fill out. It says, be a volunteer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's exciting. That's great news. Is there anything else you want to say to the festival goers here at Pistahan and to our people watching this live stream?
Yeah, don't forget to drop a like and follow on Pistahan SF on Instagram. We have a Twitter. It's a little bit dead. Our Facebook is Pistahan Parade and Festival, Pistahan SF on YouTube and Kumu.
Good.
And sharing posts. That's the best way that you can help us grow. Our Facebook is quite robust, but we're working on growing our Instagram following at the minute.
Good, Katie. Thanks for all your hard work working with Pistahan.
Yeah.
And for all your volunteer work. It's a pleasure meeting you. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day here at Pistahan, as well as to our viewers watching us from wherever you're at. Hope you're enjoying the show thus far. So we're here till 5 p.m. here live in the gardens, but we're doing live stream until about 3, probably a few minutes after 3. So Katie Caceres, thank you, Katie, for stopping by and talking to me and to us here at Pistahan 2023.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Three, 2, 1.
Wish all the hashtags, likes, and tweets will find a way to get lost. Yeah, and when I pull up to the scene, I wonder what the hell is the cost. And yeah, I know you never say nothing like this before. Yeah, but this is different. I deserve to find some self-comfort. So find a way to...
Hi everybody, my name is Neil Torfield and I am the Executive Director of Fascine, Filipino Arts and Cinema International. And we're based out here in sunny San Francisco. It's a beautiful place to be. I'm so excited to be here with all y'all to be able to celebrate not only Fascine's 30th anniversary, but also Pistahan's 30th anniversary. It's been an amazing 3 decades of work, working really closely with our sister organization. And get this, we actually started at the same time, back in 1993. So I'm excited to be able to celebrate 30 years of bringing Filipino independent cinema into San Francisco, and also celebrating 30 years of cultural expression through Pistahan. Together, Fascine and Pistahan has nurtured the sense of community through a lot of the work that we've done together, providing a platform for storytellers and artists alike.
And our hearts burn with the heat of 1,000 suns. Yeah, and we cry out loud because we just want attention.
As cultural institutions, we have the responsibility to continue to elevate voices and to preserve our cultural traditions. But our journey does not end here. Together, we can continue to empower emerging talent, promote inclusivity, and strengthen Filipino arts and culture. So let us continue to celebrate Fascine in Pistahan, the remarkable achievements we've been able to make, and also to empower the continuing stories that we create in our day-to-day lives. Let us make the next 30 years even more extraordinary together. Maraming salamat at mabuhay ang pelikulang Pilipino.
So
Well, I want to thank Katie Caceres for stopping by and talking to us about the social media. And again, for Franco Finn for stopping by. So at this time, during this next segment, our next guest is from Ficine. She is the Director of Operations and Strategic Partnerships of Ficine. Please welcome to the Pistahan 2023, Sheila Alex.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us here. Thank you.
Right. Welcome aboard, Sheila. Can you tell us what you do at Ficine?
Well, Ficine is a very grassroots organization. So even though we might have formal titles to things, we're really doing a lot of stuff. Like, for example, I might be the Director of Operations, but today I'm helping to man our booth, et cetera, and just doing day-to-day kind of festival activities, helping to support the Executive Director, Neil Torfiel, and Mauro Tumbokon, who's our Artistic Director, who founded Ficine. I really am there just to help support and make sure that our film festival, our main activity of the organization, goes well.
That's good. Good. So Ficine is celebrating its 30th anniversary, just like Pistahan. How exciting is that for all of you? How exciting is that for you? Celebrating 30 years just like Pistahan? 30 years.
It's a huge milestone for sure, just understanding and learning more. I mean, I'm new to the organization in the last 10 years, but to just be a part of an organization that's been so integral into our Bay Area community for as long as it has, just like Pistahan, is very, very, very exciting. Lots of opportunity to kind of rethink the next 30 years, right?
Wow. So are these films all made from America or back in the Philippines?
No, they're back in the Philippines. One of the interesting things about Ficine is that we invite and have call for entries around the world. So like, for example, there was a film probably about like 5 or 6 years ago from Australia, and the director himself was Australian, but the content itself was really focused on Filipino culture. It was a documentary on a very well-known Filipino actor. But what we do is we encourage all types of submissions to be able to showcase a very, very wide range of films, both from the Philippines, within the U.S., and just across the diaspora.
Wow, very interesting.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks.
And Sheila, can you tell us, how do you think Ficine helps out the community?
Well, I think Ficine is nice because it's a channel and an outlet specifically for film and another form of the many forms of artistic expression here in the Bay Area. So anybody who's really interested in making films, watching films, using films through their storytelling of their own narrative of their own life, it really is a way to do that, a channel to do that.
Oh, that's good. So do you do like auditions, or they submit their films?
Yeah, so really our general process is that we'll put out a call for entries, just throwing the net out there, right? Really wide. And folks will submit their entries. And then we have a set panel who uses a set list of criteria. And they review all of the films. And then they make a selection from all of the entries that came in. Those end up becoming finalists. And then another round happens where we actually select and award certain films, throughout the festival, and those get highlighted during the festival itself.
So in these films, how many, what's the length time of the film?
It could be anything from 3 hours to short films of 10 minutes. It's really very, very inclusive of all types.
Interesting. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
And Sheila, can you tell us a little bit about the film festival that's coming up?
Yeah, so October, we have our film festival. Every year, we typically do it during the month of October. And it's anticipated to be a 3-day festival. We're in the middle of finalizing the plans right now, so I can't really share too much of the detail just yet. But it's typically in the middle of October, and we're still finalizing the venue, but it should be in San Francisco. And then we're actually exploring other venues throughout the city to showcase films to make it a little bit easier for folks to access the festival itself. And it would typically run like during the weekdays, in the evening, like 5 to 9, and then on the weekends they'll run pretty much all day.
So is this at the movie theaters like in Daly City, Century, or Cinemark?
Traditionally we've been showing at the Roxy, the little Roxy in the Mission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've been so great and such wonderful community partners to allow us to have that space there.
That theater's still around. Theater's been around for a long time.
Yeah, talk about history for reals.
Wow. Well, see, Sheila, I don't know if we can talk about Sheila. We got more. Anything you want to tell us more about the company?
Yeah. So thank you for giving me space to do that.
Yeah.
As we're celebrating our 30th year, this really is an opportunity for a little bit of revisioning of what Fascine is going to be as we're looking forward, like I said earlier, to the next 30 years. And what that really means is just like opening up to lots of partnerships, opening up to more volunteers, because again, we're a very grassroots run organization, and we're in this moment of wanting to just kind of grow our community, our reach out to the community. So we would love to have volunteers of any age, any dialect. Doesn't have to be just Tagalog. You know, we're representing the full Philippines, right? So there's that. We're also interested in forming more partnerships with other community organizations. If there's a way that they feel like through film they can engage their own communities as well, that's something that we're looking forward to as well.
So are these films being seen just in the United States, shown abroad too?
They're
back
shown,
home?
yeah, they're shown abroad. In some cases, I know we recognize that there are other film festivals in the Philippines, like Cinemalaya, for example. And what really Fascine is trying to do is highlight very well-known films as well, but it really is a space to showcase those independent films, maybe the films that don't get all of the screen time that they'd like to in some of the larger film festivals. So it's films that are based from the Philippines, based here in the U.S. One of the things we're doing this year that we're trying to encourage are young filmmakers. So even from like a high school age, anybody who's interested in doing a short film or something like that, we're wanting to do more of creating space for that as well.
Very interesting. Yeah. So can these films be distributed or shown at what's the big one in was it Utah or Robert Redford's Sundance?
Oh, Sundance? Yeah. Maybe. I mean, some of the films have gone to the larger film festivals. Yeah, we're just one of the many along the circuit. Yeah.
Can Fascine someday have a film there? Or that's anything's possible.
It could. Films that are shown at films that are shown at Fascine could also be shown at Sundance.
Like you heard Franco Finn, the hype man.
Yeah.
Anything's possible. And
anything's possible.
He wants to see more Pinoys in the business.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm kind of like a has-been. I've done it when I was younger and took a little hiatus, took time off from broadcasting, and when I heard about the 30th year of Pistahan, I said, I want to help out this year. And it's been almost 12 years.
Yeah, keeping it going strong.
So they asked me to be the live stream host. I said, well, I really haven't done that.
Yeah.
It's mostly voiceover announcing. Behind the scenes, you don't want to see my face.
But
they asked me, no, we want you to do a live stream.
Oh, okay, come on now.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But nice. Doing this job, it's meeting nice people like you, interesting people like Sheila and Franco and Hermana Mayer, Melanie Ramil, Janet Alvarado, the Grand Marshal, and Luisa, one of the first founders of Pistahan.
Yeah.
So by doing this, it's educational.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to Raquel Bosco, the host. You learn a lot from coming out to the Pistahan. I know a lot of kids come out here with all the pavilions here around the festival, around the gardens behind us. It's educational,
Yeah.
You got the innovation pavilion with Fatima. I don't know if you've seen Fatima Wright. She was just here a while ago, one of our guest speakers.
Yes.
And I worked with her years ago as an MC.
Nice.
And now she went from the main stage to doing the innovation pavilion.
Nice.
And she's all passionate and excited about her work, just like how you're excited about Fascine.
Yeah.
So we hope all of our viewers out there, and while we're live streaming, and everyone here live at Your Buena Gardens and Your Buena Gardens Center for the Arts, please check out Fascine.
Yes.
And the upcoming festival in October.
Yep, in October. And we also have a series of small events through our other partnerships with Cultivate Labs, Soma Pilipinas, throughout the year. So it's not just October. If you miss the festival in October, you can always hop onto our website, fascine.org, to see other screenings that are happening within the community.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was going to ask you now. And your website, again,
fascine.org. Yeah.
Okay.
I just plugged it. I didn't even ask. Sorry.
And it's Fascine. Is it based here in San Francisco?
It is. It's based in San Francisco.
Okay, where about?
It is. I want to say like Tenderloin-ish.
Okay, right around here. Okay.
Yeah, right around here.
So you got to walk around. You got to be careful where you walk.
I would be a little bit careful. But all of our volunteers are from like all over the Bay Area, so it's just a place to hang our hat. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. So I know I asked you before off air. You were affiliated with TFC or?
Oh, no. I mean, I think we've been trying, maybe there might have been some attempts to do some partnerships in the past. Might have been a little bit before my time, but we are trying to build and rebuild some of those relationships with like these larger networks that are here.
Yeah, because TFC is one of our main sponsors.
Yes.
They're media sponsors with GMA Live
GMA.
TV, Pinoy TV.
Yes.
So that's a little plug for them.
Yes.
And we got Fascine.
Fascine.
She's got the nice black shirt here. Fascine, Filipino Arts and Cinema International.
Yes.
With Sheila Alex. And I don't know, Sheila, we talk more about your staff or...
Yeah. Oh,
at the
yeah.
center?
Yeah. I'd love to talk a little bit about Neil Torfiel, who's our executive director. He's really kind of taken on that leadership role in the last couple of years, really taking the organization to a little bit of a different direction. But who I really want to highlight is one of our founders, Dr. Maro Tumbokon, who's our artistic director. By trade, I believe he's a medical doctor, but I think what he's been doing, his passion, speaking about passion, was really around film and doing a lot of critiquing a film, I believe, in the Philippines. So he was telling us his story about how Fascine had started. And basically the short of it is that he just kind of started it on his own and ran it by himself for probably a good 24 years, I'd say. Wow. Yeah, just curating all of the films and showing them over at the San Francisco Public Library. And they were very gracious to give him that space there. So that's really kind of like the startings of it. And over the last 6 to 7 years, as Neil has joined, as I've joined, and other volunteers have joined, really trying to build the organization and grow. Just have, again, that farther outreach to get to the community.
Wow,
And be like, hey, you don't have
interesting.
to go to the Philippines to see these
Yeah.
films that are being shown in the Philippines.
And do you go to the Philippines to show movies?
To show the films, not just yet. That's a high dream. Some of us go back to the Philippines just because you know how it is. We just go back.
Vacation?
Yeah, vacation.
El Nido? Or
I know, right?
go to Palawan?
Hit
or-
a Palawan right quick.
So if you're watching from the Philippines,
we're coming.
send us a shout
coming
out
for
if
you.
if you're there. Send us a tweet here if you're watching us from anywhere in the Philippines, El Nido, Palawan.
Yeah.
So we got Sheila Alex here. It's a pleasure talking to her.
Thank you.
Anything else, Sheila, you want to tell our
No,
viewers here?
Just, thank you again so much for the time and the space to talk about Fascine a little bit. And I invite and encourage everybody out there, if you're in the Bay Area, then come out and join us and check out our website, fascine.org, to see how you can get a little bit more involved.
And can you give us the dates in October again?
Oh, yeah, we're finalizing the dates
Oh,
just
okay.
yet. Yeah, so, but it's around mid-October. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess got a few more minutes here.
Oh.
Well, Sheila, you've been here before, right? To the Pistahan?
Yeah, I haven't been in the last couple of years. The pandemic's been a little bit tough as well too. But as we were prepping up for today, I'm like seeing all these other friends who I haven't seen in a really long time out here representing their organizations, their causes, and things that they're working with. And it's almost like, like a party, where you haven't seen your friends in a really long time.
It's a
This is
reunion.
just a great,
Reunion,
like a
right?
little
Yeah,
reunion.
yeah,
It's a great place to just kind of do that
It's
here.
like with Fatima. I haven't seen her in 12 years.
Great.
But I still remember her when we used to work together, and her father used to direct the Fiesta Filipino.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So, yeah, I seen her on YouTube's live stream last year.
Yeah.
That she did with Harry Ebro back there and
Oh.
Ava. So where's your booth here?
So our booth is right outside of where we're sitting right now.
Right here?
Yeah, right
This
here.
one?
Yeah, it's right outside the building,
right.
right here.
So I look right, left, right,
So
left?
if you're coming into the Yerba Buena Gardens, it's off to the left side.
How far away is it from the main stage?
Oh, it's just a little bit far off. It's like right at the entry
Okay,
walkway.
near the church?
Yeah, a little, just right over here. And what's cool too, if you're around, come by and visit. We could win some prizes, spin a wheel. We try to get creative.
All right. Well, Sheila, I want to thank you for being on in this live stream interview.
Yeah.
Pistahan 2023, the 30th anniversary. It's a
Yeah.
pleasure meeting you, and good luck to Fascine and on your 30 years.
Yes, thank
Wow.
you.
It's a pleasure meeting.
Thank you. Thank
All
you
right,
so
take
much
care,
for
take
having
care,
us.
take
Thank
care.
you.
All right. Thank you to Sheila. Okay, right now I'd like to introduce a video package. Okay, so like I said, we're going to introduce a video package, a cooking video by Abby Belinguit from all the way from Brooklyn. Abby Belinguit is a young, energetic Filipino-American woman behind the blog, The Dusky Kitchen. She made waves during the pandemic by selling pasalubong treat boxes filled with incredibly imaginative Filipino-inspired desserts. She is also the author of the book Mayumo, Filipino-American Desserts Remixed. Take a look.
Killing It, and I'm the author of Mayumu Filipino American Desserts Remixed, and it's this cookbook right here. I'm currently based in Brooklyn, but I wish I could be there at Pistahan Festival in SF. For now, I will show you a recipe from the book, which is the timely fiesta fruit salad, which would be perfect for any special occasion. I remember growing up and my parents would always make fruit salad for family parties, birthdays, graduations, you name it. And I just remember them always getting like the big canned fruit of like the tropical variety, or just like all this stuff with like nata de coco and kaong right here. But for my recipe, my twist on it is that I like to customize a little bit more of like the fruit selections that I have here. So what you're gonna need for the recipe is definitely here's the kaong and nata de coco. And we also have peach chunks, and I love lychee jelly here. And this is pineapple chunks, red grapefruit cans. And also we're gonna have some condensed milk, and out of frame here we have heavy whipped cream. And so I'm gonna go ahead and start this recipe here in my makeshift dining room. So I'm not over the kitchen sink because the lighting is pretty terrible there. But I just wanted to show you that we're gonna do this very simple process that I know is not as glamorous, but it is still a very delicious and like rewarding dessert to eat, especially when it's chilled and cold. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with mixing together our heavy whipped cream and our condensed milk. I'm gonna go ahead and pour it into a medium bowl, which I will show soon, which is kind of like out of frame right now. 1 second. Okay, I'll put this down. I'm going to kind of shift a little bit. Sorry, we're dealing with like very little space. But okay, I'm going to lift the bowl here. So here we have some of our condensed milk, and we're just gonna do like a slow pour. Okay, that's, I'm also gonna like go ahead and scrape it out with a rubber spatula. But I just wanted to show you the process just so you could see and not be blocked by all these cans. Okay, I'm gonna scrape it in now. All right. Okay, this is also a very good dessert, especially for when it's really hot in the summer. Whenever it's summertime, I never want to turn on the oven. And so anytime I can make, like halo or like this fiesta fruit salad, it's really nice because I don't have to turn any oven on. You just leave it in the fridge to chill. Okay, so I think I got most, if not all, of the condensed milk. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stir this until it's kind of like just homogeneous and everything. So I just want everything like nice and smooth. Okay, here we go. Sorry, this is not, again, you can't really see, but let me move this without cutting myself on the can. Here we go. Okay, now that you know what all ingredients are, we can make room. Thank you for bearing with me. Okay, here we go. So we're stirring. There we go. And I didn't show you the part where I did open all these jars and cans because it's not fun to watch someone probably just like spending 10 minutes opening cans. But this is kind of the beauty of the recipe, where it's literally the hardest part is opening the cans. And sometimes with a lot of these bottles that have like the preserved nata de coco and kaong, they're really hard to open. Like I will literally, you have to double check, you gotta like, sometimes you gotta use like a little butter knife to loosen the lid a little bit, but I definitely did that before, so you don't have to watch me struggle. Okay, so we got this all mixed up, and what we actually do in the separate bowl, which usually I would do in a kitchen sink, is that I would just drain all the juices and syrups that are in each of these like bottles and cans of fruit and jellies. And so you're gonna start with the nata de coco. Okay, I definitely did open this earlier, but I'm just gonna like, okay, you heard that. Okay, so a little pop. And so here we have to kind of just, I'm gonna pour it out. All this like red liquid comes out. And I'm gonna use a spoon to kind of gently get all the rest of the syrup out. Okay, so here we go. So like you just gotta like shift it around a little bit. Any leftover syrup, you don't want that. Okay, and the reason why we're doing this is that not just that you don't like a too soupy fiesta fruit salad, but I think it'll just add too much sweetness. And I love my desserts like not too sweet, and I think fruit salad, especially fiesta fruit salad like this, is the ideal like not too sweet dessert. So adding in this like syrup and juice might make it very, very, very sweet for me personally. Okay, and so I think we got most of the juice here. And I'm gonna go ahead and pour this left remainder jelly in here into, again, blocked off, but I'm just pouring it back into the bowl that we have the heavy cream and condensed milk. Okay, and so we're just gonna keep going with pretty much draining all of the juice from all this. So again, pardon if it's a very long process, but it's not actually that long. I'm just kidding, but for video purposes and whatnot. Okay, so I only have the green one. Normally I would go for if it was like also red or just plain white kaong, but this is the kaong that I'm going to be using. And I just love all of these like jellies, especially just because of like the texture. I love chewy things. And so it's very iconic, I feel like, of Filipino fruit salad that we have these two ingredients in it. Okay, sorry, there's one that's very stubborn. I have to go and reach with a spoon. And so this recipe is also a fun one to do with your kids because, you know, you can also, you know, of course, like open the cans and everything, so you don't have to like worry too much about them, you know, potentially getting hurt doing that. But like otherwise, it's a very simple, you know, recipe for them to kind of like help you with this process of straining out all the liquid, mixing up the ingredients in the bowl. It's a very, very fun, chill recipe. Okay, I think we got most of that out of there. It's a much more syrupy consistency for this one. And so, okay, we're gonna go ahead and add it in. Okay, I'm just gonna scoop it into the other bowl. And we're gonna do a big grand mix at the end, so do not worry. I'm just doing this out of sake of time and space. Okay, thank you. All right, little scoop after scoop is going in. Okay, kind of look like little jelly beans, don't they? I really love these. I don't know, it's really fun to eat. Okay, here we go. All right, okay, so we're gonna go forward with more of our fruits. And I love lychee. It just has like this juiciness that I think is great in martinis also. I feel like lychee martinis are making a big comeback here in New York. But you know, I feel like maybe they've never left actually. So we love our lychee. Okay. And you know, this is a lot easier than like peeling fresh lychee for sure. So here goes, see in the bowl. We're just removing all the leftover syrup. This is like an interesting concoction in this like main syrup depository here. Okay, and so this is all the lychee that we have after straining. And it's pitted, which is also really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and add it into our bowl. Okay. All right. Onwards and upwards. Here we have a jar of pineapple chunks. And a lot of this selection too I had with the fruit for this recipe is you want things that are also bite-sized. So like, you know, you can't always, you know, if you had pineapple slices straight up, like it's really hard to eat that with just a spoon. You have to like tear it and all that stuff. So you want things to be very easy for your guests to enjoy. And that's why I kind of ideally love like having the pineapple chunk shape. Okay, we're going. Sorry, this is, my thing's getting stuck at the bottom. Okay, here we go, here we go. I think we got everything now. Okay, so here we have everything straining in here again. A little shifting to release any excess juice. Okay, here we go. It's going, it's going. You hear the trickling of the juice. We're getting it super drained. All right. Sometimes you just need to like try different angles, you know, just to see if any pockets have left that still have like juice in them. Okay, so I'm just gonna spoon this now directly into this bowl. I can also just do it fast like this. There we go. But yeah, there you go. That's the key. Okay. Okay, so we're also gonna do peach chunks. Okay, I love the peaches. I think this is my thing. Is like when my parents would do the regular, variety fruit cocktail can, I hated the pears. Like I'd always pick out the pears. I think the texture was just like off to me. It was always like too soft, too soggy, and I always kind of pick out the parts that were either the grape or the peaches. And so this kind of is just like tailored to my own taste. And so if you prefer different fruits in this, like go ham, like you can do whatever you want. It kind of just shows like the flexibility that you can kind of attribute with Filipinos. There's an adaptability as well. And so here we're gonna add the peach chunks in. Here you see them. Okay, yummy. Cool. Okay, finally, last but not least, we have canned red grapefruit. And specifically why I chose grapefruit is that it has a little bit of bitterness that kind of cuts through the sweetness of the overall fruits that I have in the mix. And it's really, really nice. It has like this like beautiful like light pink color. Sorry, I'm trying to avoid splashback on my face. Okay, alrighty. And so here we go. We're just gonna like this overall depositor. I feel like you don't see it very well, but this big old bowl is getting really full with random juices. I would dare someone to take a sip of this overall juice. Maybe I will, just to show y'all just for a little bit of fun. Okay, so I think we got most of the juices in there too. Okay, this is the canned red grapefruit, and then we're gonna go ahead and add it in. So I am going to remove that can that is blocking y'all's view. And 1 second. Okay, also I'm gonna give this a stir. And I am a woman of my word, so I'm going to try this miscellaneous juice bowl. Yeah, it's not that bad. I think the predominant flavor and all that is actually the lychee. Okay, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It tastes pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna put this down, and I'm going to, sorry for all the shifting. We always have to like keep moving everything together. And so you have this big amount of fruit. It will all fit in this bowl, trust me. But we're gonna go ahead and just like very carefully, gently mix everything because you want kind of like an even distribution of all the fruits here. Okay, so here we go. We're going with it. Okay, thank you for y'all's patience. I promise you this will be like a delicious fruit salad by the end of all this. Okay, so I have to do a little bit more scooping. It is a very fine art when you might not have gone, the biggest bowl to put this container. But it does fit. It fits to the brim, and that's all that matters. As long as you can put the lid on it, that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna just give it a little bit more, a couple more gentle folds. Oh, this is gonna taste really good. Chilling it for at least 2 hours, ideally overnight, is kind of what you want to do with the fruit salad. And this is why, again, like it's great to do a make ahead kind of dish for a party, because you don't want to be stressed when you're with your family and your friends. You want to like enjoy their company. And so just putting out this like big bowl of fruit salad with like a ladle is just like the best. So you really, you don't have to do much after that. It's literally just, here, serve yourselves, put this in a red Solo cup, and that's kind of like how I had it growing up. And so I think this is generally pretty well mixed now. And it looks like I don't want to pour it too forward because I don't want to spill it everywhere. But I'm gonna get it closer to the camera so you can see. I'm gonna remove that. Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice the spatula now. But yeah, this is the Fiesta fruit salad. You can only see kind of the side profile. If I tilt it too much, then it will pour over my table, so I will not do that. But it's really delicious. Sorry, it's like really heavy. I'm not as strong as I am. But it's great, again, for a big party. Like, I know, no judgment if you want to eat this all by yourself, but honestly, it's really, really great for sharing. In the final recipe, when I shot it for the cookbook, it looks like this. I'm gonna take my book, another copy. And it's kind of cute if you add, edible flowers on top for decoration, though not necessary at all. It's definitely also not very traditional. but it does make it, it adds a little special something to the dish. At least in presentation, and everyone loves to like go for it just because it's so colorful. But I would have some, but I need to chill it. I love it super, super cold. But I want to thank you so much for coming with me. I'm all the way in Brooklyn, virtually watching this. It was a lot of me just stirring and talking and pouring out cans, but I hope this shows that Filipino desserts are rich in flavor and tropical ingredients, but like it doesn't necessarily have to be very, very difficult to try one dessert or dip your toes in and try making fruit salad first, because it is one of the easiest desserts that I learned first. So I hope you have a wonderful time at the festival, and take care, stay safe, enjoy. Maraming salamat.
And a big thank you to Abby Belinquit from Brooklyn, New York on that wonderful video. All that good tasting food. What do you think,
It
Raquel?
looks so good. I've always wanted to learn how to make fruit salad. We said that earlier today, so now I know.
Right. Well, wow. That's from fruit. That was, yeah. What was your favorite fruit growing up in the Bay Area?
Bay Area food, Filipino food?
Filipino food.
Filipino food. Okay. Like I said earlier, I'm a big fan of sinigang. So, except I need like those extra tamarind packets because I like it super, super sour.
That's like what Franco said. He said you got to have that acquired taste, right?
How about you? What is your favorite?
I like all kinds of food, but I guess when I was a kid growing up in the Bernal Heights neighborhood in Mission in San Francisco, it was mostly lumpia, pancit, the usual. Like a lot of my old friends that are non-Pinoy, that's all. When they came over the house, they were all looking for lumpia.
So do you eat lechon though? I feel like that is always like such a big staple for
my family
the
does,
Filipino
but I don't eat too much pork. I kind of stay away from pork. I'm more chicken adobo, or lumpia, vegetable lumpia, and sometimes I'll have some of the lumpia with the pork in it, the Shanghai lumpia, because that's pork, but you almost can't tell what it is. So I got to put that I don't like pork taste aside and eat pork lumpia, Shanghai.
It's kind of like a crutch. I have to have lumpia when it's there. I can't really say no. It's very difficult.
And I guess let's talk about the comparing the Filipino food style to American style. How do you see a difference there, Raquel?
Like Filipino American food
It's Filipino food, the preparation. I know we talked about earlier. It's like a lot more ingredients when you're doing Filipino cooking compared to American.
I feel like so much about like Filipino food and is really about like how you grew up and what kind of food, like how sinigang tastes for my family versus how it tastes for your family, and it's so unique. And I feel like for, typical American food, I feel like for the most part, like there's a recipe and you follow it and it kind of translate across different, communities.
And when you make the sinigang, do you use the Norpac sinigang mix, or do you make it from scratch?
Oh no, I use the mix.
The Norpac?
I don't know how to do it.
I think there's Nor and was it Sampaguita?
All I know is the green packet. The green
The
tamarind.
green and yellow.
The green tamarind packet. That's all I know.
Yeah,
Get it from Ranch 99.
Well, that's the easy way to make it. Yeah, my wife Gigi uses it. She uses it as well, but sometimes she does it the old way. She gets some tamarind.
Oh wow, the old.
I think boils it and peels it and mashes it.
I know my mom. My mom actually runs her own Filipino baking business.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, it's called Tita Alpha Kitchen. But she makes all the ube from scratch, and so yeah, it's
Your
really
mother?
good.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's your mom's business called?
Tita Alpha Kitchen.
Tita
Alpha.
Alpha.
Yeah.
Wow, is that here in San Francisco?
It's based in the East Bay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we do
Wow.
caterings and all that stuff, but
Ube.
I think
Ube's one of my favorites. Oh man.
But yeah, I definitely think it's near and dear to me just because I definitely feel like food is such an important part of our culture. I think it's a way that we hold on to those who have passed on and like living through and other people being able to experience that form of hospitality and love through our recipes.
Yeah. And does your mom make ube pancakes?
I don't know if she has. Oh, she's right there. Hi, Mom.
Wait, mom's? Oh, that's your mom? Oh, hi.
But yeah, I don't really know how to make very many Filipino dishes. Do you?
Oh, your mom looks so young. I thought it was like your older sisters over there. Wow. Hi, Mrs. Bosco.
Yeah.
Hi, Ms. Bosco. Welcome to Pistahan.
Do you know how to make any traditional Filipino dishes?
Well, since I took like an early retirement last year, I've been watching YouTube more. I watch the very popular Richard Gomez on Goma Can Cook. He has a lot of videos on how to cook certain Pinoy dishes. So I watch his videos. I watch another web called Panlasang Pinoy. So I've learned how to cook more tastier adobo, sinigang. The hardest one to make, where you got to use a lot of ingredients, like how we're comparing Filipino food to American food, is when you eat and cook pinakbet. I don't know. Do you eat pinakbet?
I don't know, Mom.
I call it the Ilocano stew. That's a lot of preparation. It's a lot of vegetables. It takes a while to make. And then when you cut up that calabasa,
Okay.
you got to watch out, make sure you don't cut off your hand, or it's that real hard squash. It tastes good when you boil it though, but it's hard to prepare.
But do you eat bitter melon? I feel like that's.
I eat that too. Yeah.
Really?
And, what's that meal? Is that part of synagogue? We're going back into these Pinoy dishes because
I feel like there should be a quiz.
Raquel's a native San Franciscan too, just like myself, and we've learned more about eating Filipino dishes by coming to the Pistahan. And
That's so true. I feel like even like being surrounded by a Filipino community has opened up my eyes to so many different cultures. So I feel like, when you think about Filipino food, you're like, okay, we got the lumpia, we like you said, the adobo, the sinigang, and then you go into like all the different provinces in the Philippines and how they make their dishes slightly different, which is I think is really
different
cool.
provinces.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then you have the street food too, right? Like in Manila or
street food.
That's easy the best. The little mom pops in Manila. And if you're watching us out there in the Philippines, welcome to our live stream show, Pistahan's 30th anniversary here at the Yerba Buena Gardens, the Yerba Buena Gardens Center for the Arts, where we have our little studio here today. And we'll be here again tomorrow, Raquel and myself. And right now we're here for about another hour here in the studio. But the Pistahan runs until 5 o'clock today. So if you're in the area, here in the Bay Area, please come on down because the Pistahan keeps on going until 5 p.m.
And we have plenty of food, entertainment. We have so many local vendors here. I think that's the coolest thing about walking around. I took a break and I just saw so much that our Filipino community has to offer, and it's a diverse group of people who come to Pistahan and to learn more about like where we came from.
Right. And my daughter Deanna's in Honolulu, and she just texted me and she asked me say a special prayer. I don't know if we have some kababayans watching from Hawaii right now. Well, we pray for Maui. The Pistahan prays for you, Maui, and we hope things get better in Maui. And for all of Hawaii and from Pistahan, our hearts go out to all the victims and to all the survivors that survived it. And we hope Maui gets strong. So this is from my daughter Deanna in Honolulu, who just texted me about 20 minutes ago to say a special prayer for all the victims of Maui. Anything you'd like to add, Raquel, about Maui, Hawaii, and well, after this, we're gonna walk around the main stage and check out all the pavilions.
I know. I am so excited for the talent that's going to be here today and tomorrow. It's always really exciting to see, artists come here and be able to be part of the community in such an intimate way.
And is it today or tomorrow? Kiana V's here, right? Gary Valenciano's daughter?
Yes.
Is that today?
I think it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay. So Kiana V's going to be gracing the main stage right behind us. So she'll be in concert tomorrow here at the Pistahan, here in the Yerba Buena. So come check it out. And we have other artists come here tomorrow. We have, speaking of Hawaii, we got the 808 Sounds. I believe are they from San Diego? Coming on from San Diego. 808 Sounds is here tomorrow, I believe. And performing some Hawaiian style music. So we hope all of you, everyone watching us on live stream, come here in person tomorrow, as we're on here till 5 p.m., but we're live streaming until about 3 today.
Yeah, and it's been so much fun. At the beginning of our live stream, getting to interview all of our legacy.
I'd like to ask you a question, though, Raquel.
What's that?
why do you think food is important to the Filipino culture?
I think it is so much about preserving our culture and being able to share that with people who may not know the history of our food. And it's also, I think it's such a hospitality thing. I don't know about you, but I definitely grew up going to Filipino parties.
It's true. Yeah.
And-
It's like a social thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you go to someone's house and you can't really say no if they
Right.
offer you food.
Well, that's where we go back to a family again. Every time you go to a Filipino household, you can't leave. You're not going to leave hungry. You're always going to have something to eat. Your tito's going to tell you, hey, you sit down, you're going to eat some more.
Oh, and if you think you're going to leave, there's the Filipino goodbye.
Yeah.
And then they're like, wait,
That's
don't
a long
forget-
goodbye, right?
Don't forget your baon, and they'll pack you
Bring that paper bag. That's what we used to do.
all the takeout, save the Cheesecake Factory containers, use
Yeah.
it for family parties.
You know, like Joe Coy says, and save all your napkins.
Well, that's why we use them. It's
Yeah.
for the end of Filipino parties.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's a lot of get-togethers for Filipino functions. It's all about food.
Oh yeah, I mean here
I mean-
it's all about food too.
A lot of Pinoys know how to cook, but we still like to go out and eat too.
Of course. I mean, it's about spending time together. I think, it brings people together, and just like Pistahan is, we have food, we have culture, we have entertainment, and it's very, very refreshing to see that there's people from all walks of life coming here to Pistahan.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just senior citizens who's here on the gardens. We have 7 Mile House out there on Bayshore Boulevard, owned by Vanessa Garcia, and also the restaurant from South City, where we're going to have our volunteer dinner.
Oh my gosh, there's halo halo.
Where's halo line?
Do you know how to make it? I don't.
No,
I know-
not that. Nah,
my-
I got to buy the mix.
My grandpa used to take the giant block of ice and like shave it for us in the summer.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
My late mom. Yeah, that's how we did it. That's right. Yeah, it was like a little grinder.
Oh,
Yeah.
you use a grinder?
Yeah.
There was like this block that we had to use.
Yeah,
and we
you
had to,
get
like cave it in.
It was like a little grinder. Wow. Well, that restaurant I was talking about, it's Fort McKinley. There you go.
There it
Fort
is.
McKinley's. How can I forget that? In South San Francisco. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're one of the sponsors. I don't know if they have a booth out here.
Yeah, they're awesome. They
Yeah.
have. I've done a lot of fundraisers with
Okay.
Fort McKinley too. So it's really cool that they're a sponsor.
So, like Ruben said, one of our directors here, I'm looking forward to our dinner we're going to have there after the
Oh, the food is
Pistahan
good.
in about a week from now? I don't want to give the date because everyone might show up. Say, I'm part of the Pistahan. But yeah, it's Fort McKinley is a great place. They have live music. And you don't know who you're going to bump into over there either.
It's kind of like going to. It's like the joke that Filipinos all know each other.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I mean? And be like, oh, or whenever I meet somebody, they're all like, wait, the Basco who, this is your
Yeah.
cousin. And more times than not, I probably do actually know them.
It's like somebody knows somebody. It's like I asked you, off the record, I asked you if you knew one of my family friends named Bosco, and I grew up in the Mission.
The
We
world
had-
just gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
I mean, we know a few Boscos in the Bay Area. And so I had to ask you that. Maybe your mom might know some of the Boscos we know. But Katrina's giving us our cue here. We still got 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes to chit chat to all of you. So we hope all of you are enjoying us on the live stream and our programming here. And all our folks here that are in the studio. So if you hear a little feedback, it's because we got a lot of people here in the studio watching, and they're all lined up for the Halo Halo at the Innovation Pavilion with Fatima, who was one of our guests earlier. So I don't know, are we gonna have some Halo Halo?
So I'm gonna go definitely. So I definitely am gonna go check out that Halo Halo. So
Yeah.
while I do that, here's a quick note from our
Yeah.
sponsors.
Thank you for watching.
The San Francisco Pistahan 2023 Parade and Festival is brought to you by Ceremony Ford, World Remit, LBC. Argonaut. Hotel Zoe. Dynamical Space. Stimsy. And Fort McKinley. The San Francisco Pistahan 2023 Parade and Festival live stream.
We want to thank all the sponsors that helped make this year's Pistahan possible.
Thank you, Yerba Buena Center of the Arts, for hosting the Pistahan Livestream studio here in their lobby.
The Yerba Buena Center for the Arts is a multidisciplinary contemporary arts center here in San Francisco, California.
And this year is also YBCA's 30th anniversary, and we are so honored to be happy to partner with YBCA. Check out their next video about YBCA.
Since 1993, Yerba Buena Center for the Arts has been a cultural anchor of San Francisco and a beacon of artistic brilliance. Located in the heart of the downtown cultural district, YBCA provides a space where imagination knows no bounds and art takes on countless forms. YBCA believes that art is a powerful tool for amplifying the voices and stories that often go unheard, and has been a vital hub for artists, creators, and dreamers alike. Through exhibitions, performances, and events, YBCA represents artists with a wide range of perspectives and experiences. For 3 decades, YBCA has been committed to collaborating with artists, educators, activists, and community leaders to bring programming that fosters a sense of belonging. YBCA has been witness to groundbreaking exhibitions, captivating performances, and thought-provoking conversations. YBCA is more than just an arts center. It is a place where artists and the community come together to ignite change, building a brighter, more inclusive future for all. As YBCA commemorates its 30th anniversary, it honors the trailblazing artists, visionary leaders, and passionate individuals who have shaped the legacy of YBCA. Their dedication and commitment have paved the way for new generations to thrive and redefine what is possible. Join them on this journey of artistry, exploration, and boundless imagination. Visit YBCA today.
So I cannot believe we're almost nearing the end of our live stream today, but I am so happy with how everything turned out, from starting with the beautiful parade this morning. Now everybody's here at Yerba Buena Park.
Well, it's been an exciting day here at the Pistahan. Again, it's the 30th anniversary of the San Francisco Pistahan Parade and Festival. And it's been a pleasure working with you, Raquel, for today. You know, time flew. Let's talk about more about what we saw today. We had speakers. We had Janet Alvarado, the Grand Marshal. We had Melanie Ramil, the Hermana Mayor.
Luisa
Escalambre, one of the founders, I say right? one of the first founders of Pistahan.
And of course, Manny Pacquiao, we can't forget.
Oh yeah, shout out to Manny Pacquiao in the Philippines, and hopefully he's watching, and I hope he likes us here on the live stream. You know, Manny, we hope you like us here at the Pistahan.
And thank goodness for Fatima running
And
the
Fatima,
innovation. I've learned so
Sheila,
much.
Alex,
Yes.
explain to us what Fascine is. And to the Warriors hype man, Franco Finn. I don't know if Franco Finn's still on the main stage, but Franco Finn graced the studio here and talked to us a little bit about mental health research awareness?
We're talking about brain memory.
Brain memory awareness. Okay, at UCSF.
Yes.
And you're a mental health advocate.
Yes, I've been a mental health advocate since 2016, so it was a pleasure to talk with everyone, especially talking about legislation and things that everyone is doing to be able to provide for our Filipino community and beyond.
And this is day one of the Pistahan, day one of the live streaming. They're asking me to compare this to the past Pistahan. I don't know. Every Pistahan's different. You got different artists, different guests every year. I guess I gotta say this one's the best, or the best. Hawaiian style, the best. It's the best Pistahan yet. 30 years in the making. It's a milestone for Pistahan. Like I said, I was involved back in the late 90s when Al Prez, who's the president and still is the president, started it, helped do it while he was the president and still is. And thank you, Al, for helping out here and making this Pistahan such a big Filipino festival, the largest on the West Coast. And I guess what they're saying is the largest in the United States. Pistahan 2023, the 30th anniversary. So Raquel, what else we got to say about Pistahan? Any other recaps you want to say? Or
I love that pretty much everybody talked about the influence of Filipino American culture here in the United States, because we have some fans here from the Philippines. So, that getting to learn more from our community and the people who are out there representing us was such an honor for me. What was your favorite part?
Oh, my favorite part was just talking to our speakers, our guest speakers. I mean, you learn a lot about what they do, what they stand for, who they represent.
I also loved hearing about a lot of their origin story and
Yeah.
what inspired them to, take the career path that he did.
Like Melanie Ramil, the Hermana Mayor. She wants to see more women involved in the political arena. And from Janet Alvarado, from her late father, who chronicled stories from when he came here in the late 20s when he was a young Filipino man. How he took pictures and wrote stories about social functions like debuts, weddings, like the everyday life of a Filipino here in America, and how he chronicled that and how it's on display at Stanford University. So kudos to Janet Alvarado for her collection of her dad's works, which is at Stanford University at this time.
Yeah, I think it's so cool how she was able to use that and preserve that part of Philippine history and genuinely as a Bay Area native, I didn't know how deep our roots are here in the Bay Area.
I think we're being run out by the Swifties right now.
It's all those hala hala. I did not get one yet, but I
I
definitely
mean,
will.
is that a cue? I hear Taylor Swift. Wait, Taylor Swift's here? Wow, I feel like we're at a nightclub right now. Here's Taylor Swift in the background. Because we're coming to you live from the Yerba Buena Center for the Arts here in the Yerba Buena Gardens Complex. Again, it's the 2023 Pistahan in San Francisco, the 30th anniversary. So I don't know if the directors here, are we going to be showing the parade recap in a few minutes? No recap, we just keep on talking. How's everybody doing here tonight? How's everybody doing here? Can we hear some noise?
They're here for the food.
8 more minutes. Do we still have lunch?
Well, for those of you who missed out on the parade this year, you are lucky because we actually have a video recap of the entire event, which honestly, it's probably one of my favorite parts. It was the first thing.
Good. And I guess we're going to see this in a few minutes. You told me when you emceed here before, you were part of the parade.
Yes, I was, and it was such a beautiful moment to go down Market Street, as it was for many of our volunteers and representatives here today. So we are so excited to share this video with you guys.
I like to see. I never seen the parade live, and I guess we're ready to watch this parade recap of the Pistahan 2023. Hope you all enjoy it. Sit down, relax, have a cup of coffee, some ube. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Give it up to Aaron. Thank you for being our MC. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Pistahan Day. The day has finally arrived. Thank you so much for all the volunteers, first of all. This is a labor of love. None of us get paid to do this. It's a year-long project. And so thank you to Rob, the parade team, Kevin, Mocha, who else am I forgetting? Jake, and the rest of the Pistahan team for the parade and also at the Yerba Buena Gardens. So our theme this year is celebrating our legacy and empowering our future. We really stand on the shoulders of the folks who came before us, and I want to say a special shout out to our founder, Maria Luisa Escalambre, who was there to start the festival. And now we need to stand shoulder to shoulder together with our elected officials and with all of us together to make sure that we have a bright future ahead. So as we walk down Market Street here today, be sure you show your Pinoy pride, be loud, and show San Francisco that we're here. It's very, very rare that they get to close Market Street. So we are here, it's our day to show our Pinoy pride. And when you get to Yerba Buena Gardens, make sure you explore the rest of the activities there. The Pistahan was founded after 4,000 Filipino families were displaced to make room for the construction of the Yerba Buena Gardens, Metreon, and Moscone Convention Center. So every year we have to come back and to remind ourselves that that was our community, we belong in San Francisco, and we need to honor our legacy. So thank you again for being here. We look forward to seeing you again next year. And here's to the next 30 years.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're here today with Rob Chua, the parade director of Pistahan. How are you feeling today?
Oh my gosh, it's a ball of nerves, but we're almost at the finish line to get everything going. It's our biggest parade ever, 60 contingents, so we're just really excited to get things going.
I'm so excited to have the parade start off.
So right now is like the calm before the storm. Everybody's queuing up, but we've got all different types of contingents. So we get the old schools, we got motorcycle clubs, cultural performances, dancers, all kinds of stuff. And then right about now, we're gonna get the ribbon cutting going with our dignitaries, elected officials, our Hermana Mayor and Grand Marshals. So that's getting started. As you can hear, it's lively out here, but we're about to really represent for the culture one time and get things going.
Yes, we are. Pistahan 30.
Get
Today with Johnny Veloso, the project manager for the Dance Pavilion. How are you feeling today about Pistahan's 30th anniversary?
Excited. It's a big thing. It's 30 years anniversary. Yes.
Well, what are your dreams or hopes for the next 30 years of Pistahan?
The more that we have to do with this in a bigger form, collaborate on a universal term, enjoy globally.
We're here today with Cassie and Mavi from GMA. How are you guys feeling today about being at Pistahan?
I'm excited and I'm nervous. I have no idea why, but I don't know, maybe mostly excited.
I'm super excited. We know we always go here to San Francisco, but today I've never seen so much Filipinos in one area, and it feels like home already.
Great. We're so excited to see you perform later. What are you excited to see at Pistahan this year?
I think just bonding with our co-Filipinos, and of course, the citizens of San Francisco also.
I guess because it's weird because like they're all Filipinos, but we're in America. I don't know. It's like it feels the same, but it feels different. Yeah.
It's just the weather. It's cooler here.
So great. Thank you so much for coming out today. Excited to see you later. Vice Mayor Jesselyn Manalo from Daly City. How are you feeling today and this year with Pistahan?
This is so exciting. 30 years is no small feat, and you know, for the community, the Bay Area, just internationally, you know, this has been really a staple in our community. I grew up in South of Market, then we moved right next door to Daly City. But this is a regional event everyone looks forward to. And now the next generation, my son Ethan, say mabuhay, mabuhay, is enjoying this festivities, the parade, and all the food, the culture, education, arts, and activism.
everybody. Very excited to be here on this beautiful day. So excited to celebrate this 30th anniversary of Pistahan. And I just want to take a moment to thank you on behalf of the Department of Public Health.
Mga manggid, magandang umaga po. Good morning. Mabuhay! Well, on behalf of the Philippine Consulate General in San Francisco and our attaché agencies and all our families, there are about 80 to 100 of us joining the parade this morning. I would like to thank and congratulate the Filipino-American Arts Exposition led by Mr. R. Perez, Rob Chua, and all the volunteers, supporters, donors, and all the supporters of the Pistahan. Happy Pistahan Day!
We want to thank everyone for joining us here at the Pistahan 2023, the 30th anniversary of the Pistahan Parade and Festival here in beautiful San Francisco. It's a wonderful day. You can see behind me in the main stage, it's sunny skies today, blue and sunny. Normally it's a cloudy day here at Pistahan in future years. But we want to thank all of you for watching the live stream, wherever you may be, abroad, the Philippines, Dubai, Europe, here in the mainland. We want to thank you again for watching.
And guess what? The fun does not end today, but we will also be back tomorrow, and we have special appearances.
Yes, tomorrow we have Oliver Soria from the Bindlestiff Studio,
And we also have the Sabong Federation,
Phil Am Nation,
Ryan Pangilinan from Larry, the musical.
and Ruby Ibarra, and music from Zayance.
And there's more pavilions, more live performances.
And a live performance by Trisha Ng. Well, it's going to be a jam-packed show that will start... Wait, who is this guy?
Hey, hello.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Huh?
Goodness.
Hey, you guys know this guy? Mick. Here's Mick from the Culinary Pavilion.
Happy Pistahan, everybody. Happy 30th Pistahan. How's the rest of the live stream at first? Okay.
Was it good? We want to hear some comments from people out there. Send us some tweets, comments.
Yeah. As you can tell, it's been very lively right now. We have a lot of folks in this whole set and stage as well, in this entire area, but it's been great.
Well, you're the guy I got to see because they say you're holding my lunch.
Oh, yeah, no. Definitely get all the good Filipino food out there, you know.
Did you make my lunch?
So I have a question. What is the Culinary Pavilion? Because I've actually never gone to that section.
The Culinary Pavilion, it's essentially a highlight and celebration of Filipino cuisine and culture to a certain extent, much like how we have the various pavilions throughout this entire festival. But for us at the Culinary Pavilion, one unique thing is that we have eating contests. Yeah. We just had the Magnolia Purple Freeze Eating Challenge.
Ube ice cream?
Yeah, ice cream. What? It's where you eat as much ube ice cream as fast as possible. And you get brain freeze from it.
Wow.
Yeah, shout out to Ramar Foods for sponsoring it, to Magnolia as well. And, we also have future contests that are coming up today. We have the Longanisa eating contest.
Okay, I heard about that.
And for tomorrow, we have the legendary balut eating contest. Yes, for those that are watching and that hasn't had balut before, it's definitely worthwhile trying.
All you can eat balut tomorrow.
So is that like a free event? Like how do people participate? Do they just show up? Where do they go?
Yeah, show up to the Culinary Pavilion tomorrow. This is only day one, as we've seen, and it seems that it's a very lively Pistahan Parade and Festival that we've had. 30 years of Pistahan here in the Bay Area. It means a lot to the Filipino community, and to show the kind of support, especially after the pandemic, being able to have the kind of care and love and support from the Bay Area, and frankly, from folks around the world that are coming.
So you did this, Mick, during the pandemic, during 2020 and 2021. Were you involved?
Definitely. And being able to adapt from a live stream. This is what we kind of have right now. It's this hybrid model of a live stream, but also, as you can see, people are walking by and all the kind of music and sounds we're hearing right now. This is how we're able to adapt and show resiliency for the Filipino community here.
Well, this is the second year back since the pandemic when you guys did it live streaming, virtual live streaming, right? On 2020, 2021.
Yeah, it's the last time I participated in Pistahan was when we were doing the live stream in 2020. And you know, I was kind of unsure, but I'm really happy to be back. I'm really happy to be back with this community. Everybody is thriving. I love it. It's a whole vibe out here.
Definitely. Well, it's not over yet. We still have tomorrow. We have a lot of great things. I mean, aside from the eating contest for culinary, we also have panel discussions, and we're going to have live cooking demonstrations from celebrated Filipino chefs as well. So definitely, for those that are watching in right now, come to Yerba Buena Gardens tomorrow afternoon and morning.
Where can everyone find like what time to, you know, watch the demonstrations?
You can go to pistahan.net. We have the schedule, and you know, if you're at the festival grounds, we have all of the lineup placed throughout the festival grounds.
So on the Longanisa contest, this is kind of like what Joey Chestnut does, right? When he goes to New York, Coney Island?
A little bit, but you know, I feel like with the Longanisa, there's no buns from my understanding for this one.
Wait, does this come with rice and over easy eggs?
Well, come on by. You can check it out. I think it starts in half an hour or so.
Oh, really?
Roughly,
okay.
yeah, 3:30.
Well, I'm going to come see you and get my lunch.
Yeah.
Unless Ruben's got my lunch over there.
Go check it out. And there are cash prizes for this one, too. I forgot
really?
to mention. Yeah. The Purple Freeze Challenge, we had $100 for first place when we had 2 rounds.
Are hosts eligible too? Or
the what?
Are hosts like us available?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure everyone's welcome to participate in it.
Well, Mickey, it's been great talking to you and with Raquel. So tomorrow it's going to be a jam-packed show that will start at 12 p.m. tomorrow. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Thank you so much for having us, and stay tuned.
For Raquel Bosco, Mickey, I'm JR Totan. It's been great seeing all of you here at Pistahan, and to all our viewers live streaming watching us live, thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow at 12.